Let's go, you two. We've got to act fast. Miss Coralie, please take Adele to the ship.
You too.
Watch out, boss!
So Coulter as well? Dude, I had a feeling. Oh my.
What do you think you're doing, Coulter?
I had a feeling he was sus as hell, but
I thought all the annoying little hindrances had left, but I still couldn't get rid of you.
You mean this was all a trick? So that you'd be left alone
yeah, I was
with
gonna
me?
say, why would Coulter just bring up Romeo?
Coulter,
I had a
are
feeling he
you
was
with
sus.
Romeo too? Oh. I get it now. You knew about their plans all along. You only told us they were doing badly so that we'd drop our guard.
Not quite. Though I share their positions on some issues, I've never cared for his more radical ideas. And that's because, out of the entire Spina Di Rosula, I only hate you. Only you, Navia.
Whoa.
You better stick close to me. Romeo promised me that he would leave Poisson alone if I could just take you out. But it was like you were glued at the hip to that pesky traveler. You never gave me a chance to make my move. Romeo has lost his patience. I didn't have to be here today, you know. But I swore that I'd kill you, even if it meant being buried with you in the rubble.
Why?
Only someone as clueless about the past as you would ask such a foolish question. You never saw the heyday of Spina Di Rosula, nor did you ever live through the golden age of Poisson. But I saw it all with my own eyes, and then I had to watch it all die, little by little. And it was all because of you, Navia. Clementine died because of you. Callus died because of you. Malus and Silver died because of you. And so many more dead. Everyone dead, all because of you.
So the shock and grief you showed us before, that was in Act 2?
So you knew all that.
Now you're catching on. I heard Malus was dead the moment I got out. Did you know? Down there in that blasted fortress, I spent a long time thinking about what happened and resolving to apologize to Malus as soon as I got out. Back then, because of that aqua bus, we had a huge fallout. I was convinced that all he cared about was loyalty, and that he had completely lost his capacity for critical thinking. The years passed by in a blur after that. I thought I had finally begun to understand him, and that he could help me relive the good old days again. But then he died, and it was because of you again, Navia. It's always because of you. I once loved the Spina and Poisson more than anyone else. But what is left now of either besides death and ruin? You've single-handedly destroyed everything that was beautiful. Everything I've ever loved.
Don't listen to him, boss! He's just spouting nonsense!
Have you ever considered that maybe the people around you don't actually care about you at all? Have you ever considered that maybe you only get respect because you're Callus and Clementine's child? That you've never done anything worthy? That you're just a big nothing?
No, that's just
Have you
completely
ever
wrong.
considered that maybe people don't stay in Poisson because of you, but only because they have such beautiful memories of the past before you came?
Because if you do falter, there'll inevitably come a time when you'll have to face the consequences. And when that time comes, those most precious to you really will throw themselves in front of you and pay the price for your mistakes. Yeah, looking back on it now as an adult, I can hardly believe how patient and kind everyone was. But is that really why they support me? Is their kindness real?
Shut your mouth! I, for one, really like Miss Navia, and my mom loves her too! I don't know how to explain it, but I like her, and that's that!
I'm sure Mr. Malus would be extremely disappointed in you right now. You've somehow managed to pin the blame for every mistake and tragedy in our history on the boss herself.
Get out of the way, Florent. I don't want to hurt you.
You're gonna have to. Boss, there's no time for this. Stop hesitating and get out of here before you get buried.
Maybe you think you're being the realist by painting the history of the Spina and Poisson like this. But the love that I felt from everyone was just as real. I felt it. They've helped me get to where I am. And even now, I will continue to believe in that love. So let me show you just how much I love the Spina Di Rosula!
Her normal attack, Blunt Refusal, is a simple 4-hit attack dealing physical damage. Her first passive, Undisclosed Distribution Channels, can change all of her normal attack damage for physical to Geo for 4 seconds after using her elemental skill, Ceremonial Crystal Shot. Her overall damage can be increased further thanks to her second passive, Mutual Assistance Network, which increases her attack by 20% for Pyro, Electro, Cryo, and Hydro Prime member, which maxes out at least up 2. This is a good segue to her elemental skill, Ceremonial Crystal Shot, which deals geo damage to opponents, and you get 2 initial charges of this E skill. You can also hold E to enter aiming mode to collect elemental shards, which will be important for damage and later deal geo damage afterwards. Whenever a prime member gets an elemental shard from the crystallized reaction, Navia gets a crystal shrapnel stack that can go up to a max of 6. Using her E skill consumes all stacks, but that will increase her damage depending on how much stack is consumed. Also, again, using this E skill will cause her normal attack damage to change from physical to geo for 4 seconds because of the first passive. Her elemental burst, as the Sunlit Sky Singing Salute, which is a mouthful with an attack name, deals AoE geo damage and later does continuous geo damage to nearby opponents for a limited time. Whenever this burst attack hits opponents, regardless of the initial attack or the continuous damage, Navia will also gain a stack of crystal shrapnel every 2.4 seconds, which will also help her E skill do more damage in the long run. Don't hold back. I'm hoping it's not just trial battles and you actually get to explore the domain with her, but I don't know if that's gonna be the case.
Watch out! A proper send-off from the Spina with love. Coming at ya!
Wow, there's a bunch of people here.
Laurent, I'll leave the town to you. Summon the other members and help with the evacuation of the townspeople. If you find any of Coulter's accomplices, subdue them quickly, and don't give them the chance to harm any ordinary civilians. I can't allow my partner to face the danger on the Clementine line alone.
Got it, boss. I'm on it. Are you okay, Navia?
I don't know, but I have to go.
Meanwhile, okay.
Let's hurry up there! We have to protect the Clementine line! If they're gonna blow up the waterway, they must have planted the explosives next to the support pillars.
Oh, it's okay.
Boring!
So we're in a time limit right now.
Take flight!
Useless!
They certainly brought a lot of muscle. They're really slowing us down. But if we're meeting resistance, we must be heading in the right direction.
Wow, are those Pneumosia bombs?
Unthinkable!
Boring!
How do they afford that?
Whirling snow!
Useless!
These must be the explosives, right? And this is the control mechanism. How can we disable it? any of this stuff.
What's this?
Huh? There's a strangely shaped hole here. What is it for?
Could it be some kind of keyhole or maybe an emergency switch?
Oh, that certainly sounds possible. Maybe one of the people we just beat up has the key. Okay, you take this side, Paimon will take the other. Let's see what we can find.
I seriously doubt that.
Let me turn this guy over. Oh, he's super heavy. He could probably eat a whole Paimon just for breakfast.
Oh, it's the
Found
key.
it! That's amazing! That should do it, right? Navia and Florent should be able to relax now.
We should still check out the perimeter just in case.
Oh, you're right. They could have set explosives elsewhere, too. Let's go.
Oh, it's a cutscene. What the?
They're gonna bury Poisson!
Well, I'm using my Chio power for this?
Great work, partner. Just leave
Navia.
the rest to me.
Watch out, Navia! You can't block them all!
Block. I'm doing this the Spina way.
Oh yeah, by the way, her personal opus is a shotgun? Oh my god.
Fire!
What? So she actually has power to summoning cannons. In a cutscene. Nothing's badass. Man, I'm so sorry I couldn't do a bio then because good
I
god,
heard
that
from
backfired.
Thierry that even they're your enemies now. They were once a part of Spina Di Rosula. Do you plan to settle this privately with them?
I have nothing more to say to them. Regardless of whether their hatred and anger towards me or the Spina was justified, anyone who's willing to endanger innocent civilians is no longer sane enough to even be worth trying to talk to. Please prosecute them in accordance to the law. Spina Di Rosula will not raise any objections.
Sounds good. We're very appreciative of your help. Without it, the consequences would have been far worse. All right, this operation is a wrap. Take him away.
We won, Navia! We saved everyone! And you were so cool!
Yeah. Luckily, we were just in time.
You look a little pale. Feeling a bit fatigued?
It's probably because I expended too much elemental energy at once. I'll be fine. Don't worry about me.
But you usually glow up whenever other people compliment you. Paimon's not used to seeing you like this.
Paimon, she literally explained why she's like this.
Boss, we managed to catch all the infiltrators in the town. The Maison Gardiennage is taking them away as well. Seems like Romeu really went all in on this mission. If he sent literally everyone he had, though, that also means we've caught them all too. We won't have to worry about them from now on.
Got it. That's good at least. Coulter, I can understand how you feel. The things that we lost, they're forever beyond our grasp now. And that makes them appear even more precious. I am not callous, and I will also never become him. The Spina and the Poisson that you loved are both gone. But I will not change how I feel about our future. I still believe that this is a great opportunity to start anew. I will spend more of what the Spina earns on the betterment of Poisson. What's more, I'd also like to propose some changes to the aquabus routes, so that one day, the people of Poisson will enjoy the boons it brings as well.
I know what you're trying to say. Mr. Callus would never have said anything like that. There are too many things in life that are just beyond our control. In that, we are the same.
Henceforth, you are no longer a member of Spina Di Rosula. But once you're discharged from the fortress again, you're welcome to pay another visit to Poisson.
Thank you, Navia.
As I thought. Boss really is a kind and gentle person.
She is also, I must say, a truly unlucky person. Thank you for protecting the Clementine line. I was actually really scared, you know. I mean, even the Callus line won't be getting rebuilt anytime soon. If I'd lost the Clementine line too, I wouldn't know how to live with myself. A name is a way to etch a memory onto the world. Losing the line that bears her name, that I can see every day, would be like losing my mother all over again. Seeing it still standing there, tall and proud, it makes me really happy.
What happened while we were gone? Honestly, you look more upset than tired or anything.
Just give her some time.
It's okay. Everything's fine now. I'll get you back to Poisson.
Thank you so much. Can you give me a hand? I really don't have much strength left. Traveler, I want to ask you something. And please, tell me the truth. Do you really see me as your partner?
Of course.
That's good then. Hearing that, it brings me more relief than I can say.
Well,
How do you feel, Navia?
travel with Fox more
Any
Fontaine
better
than
after
any
taking a
other
break?
nation combined.
I feel quite a bit better. But I should probably still rest for a few more days. Sorry, partner. I said some weird things earlier. Feel free to just ignore me.
A little weird, that's true. That's because I've never heard you doubt yourself before.
I used to think that I'd never doubt myself. But you could say I've discovered that I'm not as strong as I thought I was. Coulter mentioned my parents, as well as Malus and Silver. It's all thanks to them that I've made it this far in life. Do you think they ever regretted the choices they made? Has my existence made this world a better place?
Don't think like that, Navia. You've already done more than enough. No matter what others think, we'll always support you to the end of the world.
Well, since it's ended up like this, I suppose it's time for me to make a confession as well. There's something that I've been keeping from you as well, boss. Please, follow me. Everything is already prepared.
What's gonna be the statue?
Florent, I hope you can understand that I can't deal with any more shocking revelations right now.
Don't worry. This surprise will be a pleasant one.
Wow, this quest really just That's exactly what a character quest should do. And with that, I am pleasantly surprised.
Why is everyone gathered here? And what's this?
This was supposed to be a gift to you from everyone in the town. We were originally planning to show it to you once it was finished, but special times call for special measures. I've never seen you look so defeated before, so I've decided to show you the designs before the final product was done.
Do I really look that bad?
Well, if you're ready, I'll unveil the present.
This is... Papa, Mother, and me.
We designed the look for Miss Clementine based on old camera records, as well as personal recollections from members of the Spina.
Wow! This is the statue you mentioned before?
It is indeed. To be honest, we decided on the design a long time ago, and gave the sculptor permission to begin working. We only asked Boss to decide on a design so she wouldn't realize we had already started.
Wanted to keep a surprise
How
for
could we
her.
only have statues of Mr. Callus and Mrs. Clementine?
Even though Boss is still young, we've all seen the work she's put in regarding the whole synth business and the rebuilding of Poisson.
We wanted to commemorate her contributions with a statue as well.
I don't know what Spina Di Rosula was like in the past, but I know it's a great organization now.
With Navia around, we're not worried about this place's future.
We're gathered here today to tell our boss that we support you and believe in you wholeheartedly. I believe everyone is here for you, not the glory days.
That's what we believe as well.
I will always believe in the bond between us.
Thank you so much, everyone. Then I'll be brave and just accept everyone's support for what it is. This really is quite the surprise. I never thought that I'd have the chance to stand next to my mother. Not even in my wildest dreams. It seems like I started to question myself a bit too much. I'll pick myself up again and become a more reliable president for all of you. Looking back on it, I'm honestly embarrassed by how I acted earlier.
About the gift from the townspeople.
I'm sure everyone longs for that one thing in life that seems trivial to others, but they themselves can never obtain. To me, that would be a family portrait. I've always been super jealous of other people's family photos. I've never thought I'd receive a family portrait of my own. Especially not like this. It seems like I'm not such an unlucky person after all. It seems like, looking back on it, I've thought about it before.
Clementine.
Though my mother only wanted me to live a happy life, that's actually a tall order as well. In practice, it's just as hard to achieve my father's expectations for me. Even though my parents had very different personalities, they always had a lot of respect for each other. The Aquabus project was a monumental project that stood to benefit all of Fontaine. It would have been a little close-minded to assess or evaluate it only from the perspective of the clan. I think that's probably why she didn't step in to mediate or oppose the building of the lines. It seems like I start looking back on it. I'm honestly embarrassed by how I acted earlier.
About asking, do you really see me as your partner?
Oh, whoa. Why'd you have to remind me? Please don't say that again. It's super embarrassing for me. Oh, forget it now. Please forget that I ever said anything. Oh, wait. But it'd also be bad if you were to forget it. Okay, but please keep it a secret between us from now on. Please don't ever mention it again.
That was cool. Okay, yeah, no, this character story quest was good. It's definitely like one of those like bombshell reveal character story quests. Obviously, like again, that's just why I tempered my expectations for this. It was surprisingly good though. I'll say that much. Traveler got to talk again, which is actually really surprising for me. Navia as a character overall, I think was so good. And while Navia as a character was good, the overall plot again just felt a bit more predictable if anything. But honestly, that's not that big of an issue. As I don't think I'm supposed to be taking like the whole thing like Rosario and Coulter. Like I suspected Coulter for a while. The moment I saw him, I'm like, why did he get arrested? And what thing being like, and what about him being involved with Marcel? But I think what really made this character story quest shine was Navia's moments, in my opinion. Is it the best character story quest? Again, no, it is not. But again, it's really hard for Navia's to beat Farida's and Nahida's Act 2. So it's definitely up there. I would say like not my top 5, even though I do like Navia's character a lot. It's just the fact that like there really isn't much left for Navia's character growth other than, well, other than what we already saw. If anything, this is like a nice expansion to the aftermath of Poisson. You know, something that we just barely touched on in the Archon quest. It was a nice little addition to that. Overall, solid quest, like solid 8 at least for now. It was a good character story quest, and I definitely enjoyed playing it through. It definitely got emotional at a few points as well, where I was just completely silent. It did get emotional at times. But yeah, in terms of main story, that's actually it. There's no more main story for Genshin right now, because all we have left are events. So next time, well, main story wise, I'll see you in 4.4. What I can suspect is an interlude quest. Only a suspicion. See you guys then. If you enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe, and give your thoughts about Navia's character story quest, what you liked about it, or what was something that was a bit lacking. Leave it in the comments. Alright? ACairconditioner signing out. Have a good one, guys, and take care.